I'm at Arlington Cemetery. I think it's just to pay respect to those who sacrificed. I'm also reflecting about yesterday. I was fortunate to be able to cook with a lady called Charissa Howard. Her friends call her Reecie. She was in the Marines for 30 years.
So this is my Marine Corps retirement box that was given to me by my BFFs, my best friends forever. The top side of the box, of course, is all of my ranks that I achieved throughout my military career.
As I travel across this country doing What America Eats or television, I'm always looking for people to share their recipe for life. What is their recipe for good values? She is so kind and she shared the story with me. I want to share that with you today.
So I was running in Chicago to get to the plane, and I made it, but my luggage did not. I had a Ragnar relay the next morning, really in a matter of hours, and all of my running gear was in this bag. I trained for 2 months for this race, and knowing that I didn't have any of the equipment I needed, I just was devastated.
I was out here by the carousel, and I asked, you know, everybody, do you have your bags? And this one particular lady, she was like, I don't see my bag, and I said, okay, are you sure? And she said, yes, and I said, okay. I said, let's look again. I took her on the inside to check, because we do have bags that came in early, and noticed that her bag was not there.
There were no stores open. I didn't know what to do. I was at my wit's end. All I had were the clothes on my back. So here's the culmination, and I'm realizing that this race isn't going to happen, and I'm going to let down the other 11 people on my team. So this is starting to sink in, and I just lose it.
I pulled her to the side and I said, hey, I understand where you're coming from, because I was in the military for almost 30 years.
When she told me she was a Marine veteran, I took pause for the first time and thought, well, if anyone can make it happen, she can make it happen.
Then she said, I guess I have to go to Walmart to buy some shoes. And I said, no, that is not an option. I will get your bag to you.
And then I cried all over again, because I was like, I couldn't believe that this human being was so kind and so cool. And she drove 3 hours one way to deliver my bag in the middle of a muddy field in the Cumberland Mountains so that our team could meet the other van and continue with our relay race. My grandmother taught me to be kind to others. On Sundays, we would always cook dinner for the pastor. She taught us how to cook. She taught us, oh, no, you don't do this, you don't do that. And just knowing that we're cooking for someone else, I just kind of, that inspired me to, like, I'm cooking for someone else, and it's just because that's what we do. And then my mom is just another piece of it. You know, when she was, you know, growing up, she learned that from my grandmother, and she instilled that in me also. My family is just one of those families that we love each other no matter what. That instilled in me to help others out no matter what, just like the lady, you know, that I did with the bag. This right here is my mother's famous macaroni and cheese with 3 cheeses and cream of mushroom soup. And I used to go in the kitchen, I'm like, Mom, what is in this? And she said, I have cream of mushroom soup. And I'm like, huh? Cream of mushroom soup? And she said, yes.
You know what's funny is I've watched lots of my own videos, and I realize when I'm making these noises, I sound crazy because people are talking and I'm going, behind it. But this is actually one of them recipes.
Can I eat with you? Okay, look. And I finally found her, and when I saw her, she immediately cried. She couldn't believe I was there. She told her teammates, she's like, oh my gosh, she said, Southwest is bringing me my bag, and they was like, you're right, whatever. And she said, no, I'm serious. Nobody asked me to do it. I just did it because that's what I chose to do. And I knew how she would feel once I got her stuff, because this was a very important race for her. I was totally shocked that you asked me to do this with you, so I'm very honored. This is one of our dog tags. Call it a dog tag.
I've never had a dog tag.
So,
thank you. Thank you so much.
That is one of my personal coins that I'm giving to you. There are 2 stars on this coin.
Yeah.
One represents my son, and the other one represents my mother. I miss her so much. She was here with me the whole time I was cooking for you. And I was nervous and like, oh my God, is he gonna like my food? He's not gonna like my food. And I just looked at her picture and she just told me everything's gonna be okay. So I never use the word goodbye, because goodbye means forever for me.
See you later.
See you later.
I will be seeing you later, of course. Give me a hug. Thank you. Thank you so, so much.